Hi, I'm Dr. Cynthia DiMartino. Here are some thoughts on voice and integrity in higher ed. What does integrity mean to you? It is being honest and fair, but it is also being complete or whole and having a firm adherence to a code of moral or artistic values. Let's dive into that further. It is doing right by society's rules, but is also maintaining an internal, moral, and creative voice, a voice that is yours and yours alone. The U.S. Academic Society strongly believes that plagiarism, or using the voice of others without citation, or without acknowledgement, is wrong. That is not the case everywhere. In other contexts, it is standard practice and assumed to be happening. So why do we bulk at it here? I think probably major contributors are America's ideals of independence and uniqueness, but also our deference to corporate greed. Either way, following external codes of conduct is actually easier in many respects, and is kind of the lower level of what we're trying to achieve here. We are told that plagiarism and cheating is wrong will be punished, and so many will avoid co-opting the voice of another simply because of those external rules and punishments. But there is so much more to it than that. Why is it important to find your own voice and not just parrot the voice of another? I would argue the ideal primary function of higher education is to grow holistically as a person and to understand that growth process so that you can continue to grow in your professional, civil, cultural, social life, even though you no longer have the benefit of a professor telling you what the answer is, or as we call it, educational scaffolding. That growth process is 100% unique to you. You organically build and co-create yourself. Each human brain develops and learns in a slightly different way. As you develop from a baby to a child, to a youth, to an adult, your brain is constructing and remodeling a city of neural connections. While humans use pretty much the same building materials and machinery, each city we build is unique. No two brains share the exact same streets, intersections, busy hubs, and vacant lots. Throughout your life, your brain is creating new connections, strengthening connections, and pruning unused connections. In other words, you use it or you lose it in a very literal way. As you build this city, it becomes more and more you, more and more personalized, and you have decided who that is by what you practice, what you pay attention to, how you build that city becomes what it's made out of and who you are. As you act in the world, those actions reflect that inner city. You create things, and as you master them, they carry more and more of your signature, of your voice. And developing that signature means everything you create is a unique and authentic reflection of who you are. It has almost perfect internal integrity. As individuals, we can all, and I would say we should all, hone this voice. As teachers, we can help others find that voice and figure out how to use those unique internal streets to create something truly special. In formal higher ed settings, where my specialties lie, I recommend instructors starting this process in the first week of class. A course-wide discussion or class-wide discussion about academic integrity, voice, honesty, fairness, and cheating is exactly what you need the first week of class. Tell them what you're looking for and what your expectations are, and find out what they would like each other to be held accountable for, and what their goals are for themselves and their own learning and their own voice and their own process. When you read student papers and projects, point out when you hear their voice the clearest. And if you don't hear their voice or hear the voice of another, ask why. Probe that. Every time we write a story, we speak our opinion, cook a meal, translate text, skin a deer, sew a dress, build a shed, It is an opportunity for us to not only practice the skill itself, but practice doing it with integrity, with a piece of ourselves. If you only ever practice copying the work of others, that is all you will be able to do. You will never be able to create something that represents your morals and your artistry. Use your voice or lose it.